Now, this is fact or fiction part two. Now, part two is dealing with religion and science again. So if you take a person that says, hey, yo, I believe in Jesus Christ because Jesus Christ saved my life. How did he save your life? Well, he saved my life by doing this and this change and putting these people in my life and ordered this around and put my life in order. Jesus did that. Okay. Now, mind you, now they didn't know nothing about no Jesus till their family members started telling them, and people started telling them about it when they was little, because they didn't just know who Jesus was just because they just knew. So people had to tell them, and then they started getting into the story, and it resonated with what they were going through. It resonated. Just like if I get surrounded by a whole bunch of niggas trying to rob me, is that the same as a motherfucking dog being surrounded by other dogs trying to take his food? So then I can relate to that dog then, right? So then I can say that dog is like me, because so it. What I'm saying is, just because it's relatable to you don't mean it's fact. Just because it's an emotional has an emotional resonance with your emotions doesn't make it a fact. It just makes it, yeah, that happened, and things like that happen because I'm a human being and I get emotional, so I'm going to react just like that because that happens. It's a natural process that shouldn't be uh, put into a classification as some type of sign from some entity when it's just a natural process that happens. Okay, so then we go to science. And then a person says, yo, yeah, that can't happen because of physics. That can't happen because physics supports the fact that this is that you can't uh physics support the fact that the earth is spinning and that this is then the physics. And then you go, okay, where you get the physics from? It was put in a book by who? Scientists. Okay, well, what was put in that Bible by who? Religious scholars or by who? A man. We're putting shit in books. Man is putting shit in books. So now we're gonna go over the science and we're gonna go, well, aren't you saying that you believe in physics? Aren't you saying you believe in science? So it's a belief. So therefore, is it fact or fiction? Just because it's popular, don't make it a fact. Just because it's popular, don't make it a fact. Because something is real popular, all of a sudden, yeah, that's what it is because the academic community agrees with it. But of course they're going to agree with it because it's called programming. And yeah, you better believe in that physics. And then when you see a UFO or anything weird in the sky, you're going to go, oh, that's a weird phenomenon. No, it's a natural phenomenon. And if they would have told you that it was, then you wouldn't be worrying about why does it not match up with my motherfucking scientific beliefs. That's again, it's just like religion. So what so when a person say, well, I can prove this mathematical equation, and I just gave you that. So I can prove that Jesus exists because somebody just gave you that. So what are your original thoughts of what fact or fiction is? Can you decipher which one it is? Can you decipher what's fact or fiction? The only way you could do that is you stop ignoring what's inside of you naturally and what you could decipher with common sense and go, man, look, that don't make sense to me. That's what it is. And don't follow the group. No, don't follow the herd. Just go, yo, I ain't following the herd. It's what they say. God damn it. This what about what I think? What I think. Because what I think aside away from what motherfuckers been telling me, like what I think aside away from my emotional attachment to something, because oh, I can relate to that, so it must be real. No, why can't I use common sense? You can't use common sense because common sense is now being outlawed, and you can't use that shit. You can only use what a motherfucker give you, and then you can apply that to something that seems like common sense because you can't just have common sense. You know why? Because common sense was given to you by a creator that they don't want you to know. They won't give you the creator they want you to know. Okay? So what you was given naturally, just by your creation alone, you gotta ignore that. And that's called, man, I don't feel like the earth is spinning. Feel like I don't feel none of that. It feel like I'm standing still. Because that's what you was given, the common sense shit. That you really standing still, ain't nothing moving. But the common sense, they don't want you to ever resonate with nature, ever resonate with natural ability. They want you to always resonate with artificial shit given to you type shit. And they ain't gonna leave you alone and let you just do the shit. And yeah, all the resources are mine, motherfucker, because that's what you said. So don't try to take no resources away from me, because that's what the Bible that your punk ass say that was real, say that everything is mine, ho. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing? So don't take none away from me. Get the fuck out my face and let me figure this shit out myself. They'll never do that. So since they'll never do that, everything you've been given, every opinion that's shaped by you, every fucking thought that you got pretty much was given to you by motherfuckers that was telling you shit, and then your mama and your daddy and them and everybody, your grandma, oh Jesus, and all that, because they just didn't want to think they damn self, okay? They want to go with shit. And all of it is psychological. Everything that's going on is psychological. Every fucking thing. It has nothing to do with none but psychological, because if they can get to your brain, they can get to your soul. And they already know that the pineal gland is in your brain. So if they can get that, and then they can keep your soul from reaching that pineal gland, and it can keep your soul from even kundaliniing up to that motherfucker. Keep it from doing that by keep on pumping bullshit in your food, and then pumping bullshit in your head. So when you pump bullshit in your food in your head, then you start looking, oh, I believe in science and I believe in this. Then I believe, instead of saying, I know, motherfucker, I know. I don't have to have nobody telling me, I know this ain't nothing spinning. I know it ain't, because I feel that it's not. So I'm not going to go against the creation that created me to feel that it's not. There's nobody come telling me that it is, and then try to create all this stupid shit around it. Because the whole idea is, when a motherfucker hate nature, when they hate the natural ability of humans, when they hate natural selection of you naturally selecting, not somebody else telling you about it, you doing it, they don't want that. They got to tell you everything about everything, and that shapes your whole way of you thinking. And that is, it shapes all your opinions and all that. So therefore, that's what's going on. Is it fact or is it fiction, nigga? You decipher it, you know?